Any law officer in the territory would have given his eye teeth to capture Hemp Reeger. But strange as it seems, though, he was finally brought into us by a tough old coot of a dry farmer who found him asleep in his barn. Reeger had hijacked a shipment of silver bullion. My partner, George Romack, had been trailing him for 3 days before he was unlucky enough to catch up with him. Reeger shot Romack's horse. He fell on George and broke his shoulder in 3 places. Yeah, $2,000 is a lot of money for a dry farmer.
No, ain't that rich. Now, you know that sodbuster had to be hungry to take a chance on bringing me in.
You're going to serve a useful purpose for a change, Reeger. He's all yours, Jim. You keep an eye on him. He's as slippery as an eel.
I'll sure watch him, Mr. Smith.
Don't worry about a thing, Smitty. I'll babysit with Reeger myself.
Oh, no, you won't. You're going straight home, just like the doc said.
Ooh, anything you say, partner.
Hemp Reeger had been famous for some time for breaking jail. And so far, we hadn't done much to harm his reputation. He had taken that shipment of silver bullion in Granite Pass above Galeyville. He couldn't have carried it far, so I thought it was a good bet he'd be heading back that way. Galeyville was just a wide spot in the road where miners came for supplies. I hadn't been there in years, so Sheriff Sam Akins was new to me.
Hemp Reeger. So not even you fancy Denver lawmen could hold him either.
I hadn't figured it was all that funny.
I guess you've never been a small-town sheriff, Smith. What do you want out of me?
Well, I just wondered if you had any reports of strangers riding through here the last few hours.
Saw no one, and no reports either.
All right, Sam. Here's your... Well, afternoon.
Ma'am?
Oh, don't leave on my account.
Put the tray down, Flo. There's not a thing I can do for you, Smith. Hemp Reeger is not my concern. If he was, I'd get that $2,000 reward for myself.
Yeah.
Smith? From Denver? You whispering, Smith?
Well, that's what they call me.
I'm Flo. Flo Nichols. I work in the Silver Bar across the street. Surely you're not going to leave town without a bite to eat.
The man's got to be on his way.
I gotta be going.
First saddle buster that hits town.
Yeah. And it makes your blood boil, doesn't it? Well, he's different from you. He's a real man. He goes after someone important with a reward on his head. And what do? Pick up a few drunks on a Saturday night and sit here on your holster. All right, go ahead and hit me. Hit me. Make me good and mad so I can walk out once and for all.
I could see why Sheriff Akins wasn't concerned with Hemp Reeger. But Reeger made me wait 2 whole days before I caught sight of him. Reeger set himself with his rifle trained down that pass. Could have held off a small army. There was only one way to get at him. I was weary to the bone. Even Galeyville would look good, but it was still another day's ride.
Don't you dare go to bed, 'cause you sleep, little doggy, I will shoot you through the head. Don't you sleep, little doggy, don't you dare go to bed. Don't you sleep, little doggy, there's a long ride ahead. Don't you...
Reeger, you know how to whistle?
No, not very well.
You don't sing so good either.
Well, I'll tell you something, Smith. I just want to make sure you don't go to sleep. Because if you do, when you wake up, you know I'm going to be gone.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Mr. Smith. And congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just passing by.
You get out of here. Get.
And missing Whispering Smith again?
I hate to bother you again, Sheriff, but I've just got to put him up one night.
Oh, Sam will be happy to accommodate you.
You figure I'm smart enough to hold him one night?
I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, Sheriff, you don't want to keep me in a crummy place like this. Come on, let me go. Smith here, he likes for me to escape. Makes him such a big man when he catches me again.
You certainly stirred up the whole town.
I think I'll stir up about 10 hours sleep right now. Look, I don't have to warn you.
No, you don't. I'm not sheriff for nothing. I'll take care of your prisoner.
Did you find the silver he stole?
No, ma'am. We'll have to search for that later.
$2,000 on his head? That? Don't hardly look worth it to me.
Sometimes it's hard to say which man's worth what.
I'll get a bite to eat, and then I'll be asleep, if you need me.
If I need you.
Oh, just a minute, Mr. Smith. I'll walk you over.
Don't you try any of your tricks on me, Reeger. Prisoners don't escape from my jail.
Guys like you, Sheriff. The masterful, determined ones, they're the easiest. You wait, you'll see.
Excuse me, you look like a kindly and prosperous-looking gentleman. Could you brighten the corner of life for a worthy traveler who has been temporarily handicapped for the price of a meal?
Looks to me like your corner is bright enough already, friend.
He's a drifter. He lost all his money in a card game the day he hit town. He's been on a toot ever since.
Here you are.
Gratitude, eternal gratitude. Heaven will reward you.
It's on me.
Thank you.
You sure set people talking, don't you?
Not me. It's my prisoner.
Brave and modest, too. I like that. Tell me, what's Denver like?
It's town.
I've no idea what this place can be like. The sun comes up in the morning, bakes the heart out of you all day, and then sets. Comes up, then sets, nothing else.
Why don't you leave?
Got nowhere to go. I figured when Sam asked me to come out here and marry him, I was onto something good. I didn't know he was as poor as a desert lizard and working for peanuts. Giving him every chance to make the best of himself. I'm not going to give him much longer.
I figured this is what I find you doing.
I thought you were watching Reeger.
My deputy's guarding him.
Akins, you don't seem to understand.
Ed Billy's sitting over there with a scattergun across his knees. Rieger so much as sneezes, he'll get a face full of buckshot.
Yeah, well, all the same. I enjoyed you got me.
I saw you drooling over him.
So?
Flo, I'm warning you.
Let go of my arms, Sam.
I didn't tell you about this time I got away in Texas, did I?
No, but you will.
Well, you see, they had a jail.
Everything all right?
Sure, Mr. Smith.
Look, why don't you go to bed, Smith? Now, him and me getting to be real buddies.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Don't shoot, I give up. May I come in?
Looks like you already have. You know, ordinarily folks knock.
Yeah. I didn't want anyone to know I was here.
Why are you here?
Don't you know?
Well, you know, being a detective, I guess I'm just naturally suspicious.
I just wanted to make the town hero welcome.
I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm not so sure Akins would.
You know, I can just barely remember him. What was it?
I don't know. It sounded like it came from the jail. What is it? Akins!
I shot him. I shot Hemp Reeger.
All right. Isn't exactly anything to look at. Now clear out of here. Scattergun. Did you have to use that?
I was alone. Ed Philly'd gone. I wanted to be careful.
Nobody asked you to tear him to pieces.
He surprised me. He jumped me. He was all bent over double, moaning like he had a terrible cramp. I thought I should take a look. He was faking. He threw that stool at me. And he went for the wall and grabbed that gun. I had to shoot him.
There's nothing more for me to do around here now. I don't think I'll get any more sleep tonight. I guess we'll head on back to Denver.
I know this isn't the way you wanted to turn out, Smith, but believe me, there's nothing else I could have done. Oh, you'll see if the reward gets to me. Well, I mean, you captured him, but I kept him from getting away. I think that entitles me to something, wouldn't you say?
No question about it. I'll see you, Sheriff.
Goodbye, Smith.
Oh, he lets me lock up the drunks. But when there's a reward, I'm home in bed before the excitement starts.
Say, how did that stupid drifter take the excitement, Sheriff, huh?
Him?
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't around that long. I yanked him out of his cell, and I pointed his nose north on Main Street. Straight ahead of you, I said, that's Wyoming. Now, you start walking till you get to Cheyenne, and don't you stop. You should have seen him go. Hey, Roy, buy everybody around on me. I think I can afford it now.
Right, Sam.
Well, thank you.
Yes, Flo, I can afford a lot of things now, including the finest wedding this town's ever seen. How does that sound?
It sounds just like you, Sam.
Hi, John. All right, Reeger. It's time for you to show me where the silver's hid. You'll take me to it and hightail it to Mexico free as a bird. I gave you a break. Now you're going to pay me for it. Because if you don't, Reeger, I'll kill you. You're dead anyway. As soon as Smith reports to Denver.
Hold it, Reeger. Now what's the matter?
You're not going to be able to recognize you any better than they did that drifter.
What are you talking about?
You've been leading me over these mountains all day long.
Oh, it was a long way.
How much longer?
Oh, maybe an hour. Look, I'm going to lead you to it. I don't want to get killed just for a pile of silver.
You got 1 hour. If we're not there by then, you're a dead man.
Let's get going.
Is this the place?
Yeah, there's a stream down there.
The silver's in the water?
That's right.
Get down. Now, show me.
He's right in there.
Get it. That's all right.
Well, don't you want me to get the rest of it?
I'll take care of that little chore. Get up. Get over that tree. Right. Now stand there. Put your arm around that limb. Hurry up. Put that cuff back on your wrist. Let me see it. Turn around.
What about that trip to Mexico?
Turn around.
What's the matter? Ain't you got the nerve to shoot another man in the face? Throw it away. You didn't think I'd tumble for the body of that drifter you murdered back in town, did you? Turn around. I want you, Akins. Bad. You're not fit to wear that badge. You're not even fit to live. Well, never thought I'd be glad to see you, Smith. That is a switch, isn't it? How'd you know to follow us? Take a look at your wrist. Those cuff marks? The old drifter he shot hadn't been wearing any handcuffs lately. Let's go. On your feet, Akins.
We're going back to Galeyville.
No, Smith. You wouldn't.
Leave it on. I want the people down there to see what kind of a man they put behind that badge. Come on.
There was some satisfaction to lighten the long ride back. I had Reeger and the Watkins family would get that reward money after all. But in Galeyville, an innocent man lay dead. Who could have guessed when I gave him a handout he was soon to die? Victim of a ruthless man's greed and a girl's hopeless ambition. Get out. You too, Reeger.